Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and welcome back to Black American Lineage. Thank you for your support. Thank you for going on this journey through our past and present. And today, we're going to talk about a scripture from the Bible. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge is from the book of Hosea, the 4th chapter, the 6th verse. And it emphasizes the importance of knowledge, especially the knowledge of God and his laws. And it warns of the consequences of rejecting that knowledge. In America, one of the ways that we have been held back and controlled by the system is by depriving us of knowledge. For the 246 years that our family members spent in chattel slavery, it was against the law for them to learn how to read. Reading brings knowledge, it brings ideas, it brings imagination, and from that, you can build something. And so, not having knowledge of the world, of ourselves, and other people for that matter, has been a deterrent to Black people's progress in America. So today I want to show you some of the things that we may or may not know about America and about the world that we need to know. And because we have been deprived of education, people have been able to lie and tell us things that were not true or withhold things from us that were true, things that could have helped us on this journey. So we have sojourned in America with limited knowledge about things maybe that went on during those 246 years that we were enslaved. So today in this video, I'm going to give you some information about white people, and then I'm going to give you some information about Black people. All of it is information that we can use or not use. Do with it what you will. But it's good to know. I may have to stop some of these and do some corrections, but this is something that I think you will be interested to know. So here we go. First is going to be things about white people that we didn't know or may not know. So let's go.
8 crazy facts about white history. The last one will blow your mind. Number 1. The concept of whiteness didn't exist until the 1600s. Europeans identified by nationality, not race, until they needed to justify slavery. Number 2. Irish and Italian immigrants weren't considered white in America until the 1900s and faced discrimination similar to other minority groups. Number 3. The first recorded slave owner in America was actually a black man named Anthony Johnson, who owned white indentured servants in 1640.
Now this has been debunked. Anthony Johnson came to the United States in about 1600 as an indentured servant to a Portuguese man. He worked out his servitude, after which he hit the ground running, went to work and bought himself a farm, and eventually he bought indentured servants. He eventually bought a man named John Casser. And about 1655, he went to court to have John Casser declared his servant for life. Now, in 1655, slavery had been going on in the United States since 1619. But how they get around it is by saying that because Anthony Johnson went to court, he was the first legal slave owner in the United States. But there were other slave owners in the United States, but they have used this one black man who went to court to have another black man enslaved for life to justify all of the rest of them enslaving black people for life. So this is really just kind of a fake story that they keep passing on, and some people believe it, but you really have to look through it to see why they keep perpetuating this. Okay, so moving right along.
Number 4. White people didn't bathe regularly until the 1800s, believing it caused disease, while other cultures had sophisticated hygiene practices for centuries.
Okay, now did y'all get that? White people did not believe in bathing regularly until the 1800s. And they brought smallpox, measles, influenza, and the bubonic plague to this Western hemisphere. The indigenous people had not been exposed to those diseases before, and they quickly wiped out a lot of the indigenous population. And a lot of those diseases had to do with the lack of cleanliness. Okay, moving right along.
Number 5. European explorers like Columbus were actually following maps and trade routes that had been used by other civilizations for thousands of years. Number 6. The Salem witch trials killed 20 people based on accusations from teenage girls, showing how hysteria could destroy entire communities. Number 7. White settlers introduced diseases that killed 90% of Native Americans, making it the largest genocide in human history, mostly unintentional. Before I say the last one, make sure to hit that follow button to support the channel. Number 8. The American Dream was originally marketed specifically to white families through government programs like the GI Bill that excluded minorities from homeownership and education benefits.
Now, I contend that the American dream ended when slavery ended. There is no American dream now. There is an American success story where you have to work hard. But the American dream was about somebody else working hard for you and you getting the wealth. Now, that video was about things we didn't know about white people, things that have been hidden. Now, I'm going to show a video about things we didn't know about black people, and they have also been hidden. So, here we go.
8 crazy facts about black history you never knew. The last one will blow your mind. Number 1. The world's first heart surgery was performed by Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, a black surgeon who operated on a man's heart in 1893 without x-rays or modern equipment. Number 2. The traffic light was invented by Garrett Morgan, a black inventor who also created the gas mask that saved countless lives during World War I. Number 3. The blood bank system that saves millions of lives today was developed by Dr. Charles Drew, a black physician who ironically was denied treatment at white hospitals due to segregation. Number 4. NASA's early space missions were calculated by Katherine Johnson, a black mathematician whose precise calculations were trusted more than the early computers. Number 5. The ice cream scoop, lawnmower, and home security system were all invented by black inventors whose contributions were largely overlooked by history books. Number 6. Ancient Egypt's most powerful pharaohs were black African rulers, including Queen Nefertiti and the pharaohs of the 25th dynasty, who conquered and ruled Egypt. Number 7. The Underground Railroad helped over 100,000 enslaved people escape to freedom through a network so secret that many routes and safe houses are still unknown today. Number 8. Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma was once the wealthiest black community in America with its own banks, hotels, and businesses until it was destroyed in 1921, erasing billions in black wealth that could have been passed down for generations.
Now, some of those things you probably already knew, if not all of them, but it doesn't hurt us to review our history. And when it comes to Black Wall Street, very often people think that that was the only massacre of thriving black communities. There were numerous communities that were thriving communities that were destroyed. Every time I go and do research on it, something else pops up, something I didn't know about. And then when we're talking about our history, let's not forget there are over 100 HBCUs that were founded sometimes before the Civil War ended, but most of them after the Civil War ended. That is quite an accomplishment for people who were not even able to read during the slavery days. Over 100 HBCUs, and most of them are in my home state of Alabama. So our history is rich, and some of the things that we need to know about white Americans that would give us a little bit more insight on why they behave the way they do has been hidden. And I'm going to bring more of that history to this channel because we need to know that, not to denigrate anybody, but to be aware of things that have been hidden, because many of these things have held us back as a people. And that's just a fact. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about the video. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.